how to talk about panic with friends and family. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Zachy, and today we're talking about something real. Like, really real. It's something a lot of people experience, but almost nobody talks about comfortably: panic attacks. Specifically, how to actually talk about them with your friends, your family, your partner, anyone in your life who cares about you, but maybe just doesn't get it yet. Because let's face it, having panic attacks is already tough. It's confusing. It's scary. Sometimes it feels like your own body is hijacking you. But trying to explain that experience to someone who's never had one, yeah, that can be a whole new layer of stress. But guess what? You don't have to figure out alone, and you don't need the perfect words to start. In this video, we're going to break it down together, step by step, so you can have those conversations in a way that feels real, grounded, and even a little bit empowering. Whether this is your first time opening up about your mental health, or you're just looking for a better way to express yourself, you're in the right place. All right, let's start with something simple but super important. You don't need to make a speech. I think sometimes we build it up in our heads like we have to sit someone down, give them a PowerPoint, and perfectly explain every symptom and sensation. Nope. You can start small, really small. Here's what that might look like. You're hanging out with a friend, and you say, "Hey, just so you know, I've been dealing with panic attacks lately. I'm managing, but I wanted to let you in." That's it. You're not asking them to solve it or to become your therapist. You're just letting them in, giving them a tiny peek behind the curtain. That tiny bit of honesty, it's a bridge to connection. Okay, now that the door's open, how do you actually describe what a panic attack feels like? Because if they've never had one, chances that they're picturing something totally different, or worse, they think it's just nerves. So, let's move on to step 2, use analogies. Analogies are magic. They make the invisible feel visible. One that I love goes like this. Imagine your smoke alarm suddenly goes off in the middle of the night, blaring at full volume, but there's no fire, no smoke, nothing's wrong, but your body still reacts like it's an emergency. That's what panic is like. It's not logical. It's not based on real danger, but your body and brain go into fight or flight mode anyway. That comparison helps people get it in a way plain descriptions usually don't. Now, let's talk about step 3. Tell people what helps you and what definitely doesn't. A lot of times, people say things that are meant to help, but they actually just make things worse. Ever hear this one? Just breathe. Calm down. Oof. Look, they mean well. But when you're mid-panic, logic doesn't land. Instead of getting annoyed, this is your chance to educate gently. Try saying something like, "When I'm in a panic, advice isn't really helpful. What actually helps is when someone stays with me and reminds me I'm safe. No pressure, just presence." You're not just telling them what not to do. You're giving them a job. And most people really want to help. They just don't know how. So now you're giving them tools. Step 4, be patient. I know that one's hard, especially when you're already emotionally drained. But sometimes people need time to adjust. They might need a few conversations before it fully sinks in. Some folks need to see it happen to believe it. And that doesn't mean they don't care. It just means they're still learning. Try not to take that personally, because at the end of the day, you're still doing your part. You're showing up, being vulnerable, and giving them a chance to understand you better. That's growth. That's courage. Okay, time for some bonus tips to keep your conversation smooth and drama-free. Talk during a calm moment, not when you're mid-panic. Be selective. You don't have to tell everyone everything. Write down what you want to say if talking feels too hard. Share a resource, maybe even this video. And always thank people when they show up and listen. That appreciation goes a long way. Now, I want to speak directly to the people who are watching this because they're scared to open up. Maybe you've been holding this in for a while. Maybe you've never told anyone what's really going on. I see you, and I want you to know it's okay to start small. You don't have to overshare. You don't have to explain every detail. You just need to say, "Hey, I've been dealing with something. I'm okay, but it'd mean a lot if I could talk to you about it sometime." That one sentence can change everything. That's how healing begins. not with a full-blown therapy session, but with one brave moment. And if you're someone who loves someone who deals with panic, thank you. Seriously, just watching this, just try and understand. You're already making a difference. You don't need to have all the answers. Just being there, that's enough. So here's my little challenge for you. Pick one person in your life, one safe person. Reach out to them today or this week. Could be a friend, a sibling, a parent, your partner. Send a message, set up a coffee date, or just say, "Can I talk to you about something that's been on my mind?" That one act of courage can completely shift your mental health journey. You deserve to feel supported. You deserve to be heard. And trust me, someone in your life wants to understand. They just don't know how yet. And that's where you come in. If this video helped, even just a little bit, if it made you feel less alone, or gave you the words to finally open up, do me a favor. Share it. Send it to someone you care about. Let it be the icebreaker. And if you're into honest conversations like this, real talk about mental health, anxiety, and just a wild ride of being human, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the community here at Zakaprat. We're all about connection, compassion, and keeping it real. And I'd love to have you along for the journey. Thanks for being here. You're doing better than you think. And you're never, ever alone. See you in the next one.